Muted.
This is
There you
this
go.
is a, I'm sorry, Ethan. I guess I was giving a tribute to Ethan. This is how I expected to end the year. Like, I mean, I doing groceries, eating lunch. I was gonna probably is expected like maybe a Bogdan Donovich trade next week, but OG is finally traded. But first of all, everybody know me. I'm Tim A from Flaws of Yours. That's where you recognize me. And I'm not a playback guy, but Ben is one of those guys over there who you get to see every night. Usually when I play back, I am working. I wish I could hop on, but I'm usually working on that game. Ben, what the hell?
Yeah. My life is not in complete order, so I was waking up to this news at about noon Eastern, and
Yeah, like
yeah,
I had a chicken in my mouth, and I thought my phone vibrating. I thought like work was calling me. Wow, this is very interesting, and so many things to start. I'd like to start off first from with our first comment that said, "Yeah, you could dead those Hero and Barrett conversations." Like, and Hero clearly is the better player. And so from a fantasy standpoint, I have both players on my team, so now I'm a bit annoyed. I gotta try get someone to take RJ off my hands now. But OG has always been for like the last 2 or 3 years, the prototypical 6'9", 6'8", 3D player. He wasn't a part of he didn't play during the Raptors championship squad. He was hurt, which has been a recurring theme with him. And personally, I was a huge fan of OG as a player. Like 3 and D, he could slide up to the four. He's good, but I always was afraid of the injuries. So when they got Scotty Barnes and he's going to probably make All NBA, I said, well, you don't see Siakam as your homegrown player who you want to ring with, despite the shade Masai gave him over the summer. I just don't see how you ship off him. And it was weird. Siakam could have been a Hawk this summer, but he basically told the whole league, I'm not signing an extension anywhere else. So even though it was weird, I think now Siakam stays. Barnes is a star. I thought he would have gone for more. What is your opinion on OG? As a franchise changer, maybe for a Knicks who need a better third guy who lost their best defender in Mitchell Robinson for the season.
yeah, I think you kind of nailed it as like a third or fourth guy. Like he's an elite defender. That's never really been a question with him. The availability is something that has always kind of been up in the air because he has missed significant time in his career, and he's a young player, so you kind of have some concern with that. But no, I mean, I think in a vacuum, this is cool for New York. Like they can go a little smaller now with him because you could trust him to defend some bigger guys. But with what they gave up, now you're starting to I have some pause, I guess is how I put it.
Yeah, and I guess people say and I like that certain NBA trades it's not one for one. Like there are always stories and reasons behind each trade. So no trade is ever really equal value. I guess maybe the only trade we'll see in recent memory is the Halley and Thomas trade. But there's never equal. There's always something happening. So with this, the Knicks weren't going to pay Quickley all that money to be Brunson's backup. You don't want those two starting together. So I'm actually extremely shocked that Quickley got traded. But then again, we know the looming shadow is Spider might axe out. Spider wanted to go to New York originally. Why trade all your picks for OG when you could save your picks for Spider? So maybe this is a move that signals that okay, we know that Spider might be freed up. Let's get off Quickly now, who we're not gonna pay. We do need some centers because Sims is okay, but you lost Mitchell. I think Hard is out for like 2 weeks, so now you get Precious, who's gonna probably start. No, that's
Oh
gonna be
wow.
interesting. Precious, and you got Malachi
Whoa.
Flynn, who I think he's okay. He's an okay guard.
Yeah, I actually didn't see that Malachi was in this deal until a few minutes
And
ago.
Shams just tweeted the exact last trade just now. So yeah, it's Malachi, OG, and Precious for a second round pick. OG. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And then also too, and just a few days ago, Dennis Schroeder got benched, and they started Gary Trent Jr. instead. And so the comment, I do think GDJ is next. He's going to be sought after at the trade deadline because he's a solid player, making a hefty sum, and shooting guard. But now you get Quickley as a starter in Toronto. You get Quickley, Barnes. You start RJ, and RJ is now home. There's a homecoming for him. Next Siakam and Portal. That this might be the jump they need to maybe secure their play-in spot. And the next, I still think they are. I mean, I still think they'll never beat the Heat, but I do like if OG is healthy, and they're gonna pay him. It's just weird that you give up the guy who was second in 6 Man of the Year award last year, and RJ, who you gave money to just for OG one. But again, it's like the Clippers thing. You give up all those picks because you don't get Kawhi without PG. So you have to get Pete. You can't keep Shaggy just and get Kawhi because they're not going to do that. So sometimes you have to make a trade to get the next trade.
Yeah, no, for sure. I do think the Quickley thing is interesting because, like, I feel like NBA fans are a lot higher on that dude than the Knicks organization is. He's very quietly been a more productive player in less minutes this year. But the less minutes thing is the interesting part because I'm not sure why he's getting less minutes because he's a very good player. Raptors in desperate need of some backcourt help. I think he's going to help them. I think he fits Scotty Barnes' timeline. So that's a kind of a duo you could put together for, 5-6 years, maybe more. But I like it. And then RJ Barrett back home in Canada.
Where he might get a bit better. Some love because the New York crowd is tough. But I just realized Evan Fournier is still stuck in the mix.
He's still wait, I thought he got bought out or something. He's still there?
He's still stuck there.
That's
and it's like maybe he gets a chance maybe in February. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean that's interesting to me. I'm good with him just getting stuck in jail in New York if it means the Heat don't have to see him ever again.
Yeah, because it's like he only wakes up for the Heat and for the World Cup. Like he doesn't play otherwise.
Yeah.
So again, it's from a Heat standpoint. This is you watch the teams below you do some things. Like they improve in some areas, but then they open up themselves to like the next now open up themselves to even not to say RJ was the healthiest, but if OG goes down for an extended period of time, you're starting 3 guards, DiVincenzo, even if it's Fournier. So they're banking on the potential of health and the next move. Whereas and the Raptors were stuck in the mud. You have all these talented guys who are 6'8", 6'9", who are playing okay. Their numbers by themselves are fine, but your record is trash.
Yeah, purgatory is the way I think it's been put that they've been in for the last kind of 3 seasons almost.
Right, because you have the Raptors who are the 12th seed, and then you have the Knicks who are the 7th seed, and now maybe you see the Raptors go up maybe to try fight for the play-in. But then the Knicks have to now count on again their health and the Cavs kind of not move anywhere.
Yeah, I think, man, Precious. You said there's a chance he starts. Thinking more about it, especially with Mitchell Robinson out, he might end up being like the most important part of this trade.
Right, especially in the interim while they're waiting Hartenstein to come back. Precious is probably going to start, but again, Precious is not a rim protector. He's more of a role guy, a shooting guy.
I really think, and this kind of goes against Tom Thibodeau's how he's coached for, decade plus at this point, but like I could really see them going small. Like now that they have an OG Anunoby who is a, great defender, he can guard up, he's super strong, super long. Like you can like live with like Julius Randle at the 5 lineups now. And like it's clunky, but I think they can make it work with the spacing, the shooting, and the defense.
So I guess if there's any more comments, it's just a shock for us. Like of all, it's been 2 or 3 years you've been waiting for me to get traded, and this what happens.
Do we want to really quick? I don't know if we want to discuss this at another point, but this man.
Oh man, yeah, Goji
today.
And it's so sad, we could have used him on this roster, especially after losing Drew Smith. I actually thought when Drew Smith got hurt for the season, they would have waived him and signed Dragic just to have him on the bench.
Yeah, it. So for those who are unaware, Goran Dragic announced his retirement from the game of basketball today. I think it said he's going to have an exhibition game in Slovenia in August, and that's going to be his curtain call. He'll be done after that. One of my personal top 5 favorite Heat players ever. I know I saw a lot of love today on social media for the guy, and he deserves it. Class act.
Yeah, for the bubble, what he could have been if Bosch had stayed healthy. I have his jersey like that. He was even one of my favorites in 2K. That man is just a killer, I wish we could have gotten him a ring. I'm happy he got that All-Star. I'm happy he got that. I think it was most improved player. Like he's just a great player, man. He had his run. And I don't think you get a Luka Doncic if he doesn't get mentored by Dragic. It's what a day.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what time it is over there for you. It is 1 p.m.
Yeah, same time.
Same time? Okay. Yeah. It is 1 p.m. and just a bunch of stuff already. And we have games tonight too.
Yeah, and exactly this the most excitement I expected was maybe some of the late night games tonight, but not a trade like this. Again, OG has been the every deadline, the every draft night, the every end of summer Roma for the last 3 years, and it always says, "Oh, we'll keep him." But to see Masai, I guess, give in like this, I still think it's people are saying, "Oh, he didn't get the picks," but I think both RJ and Quickley, you basically getting 2 starters for one. I think the Raptors did win the trade. You get Quickley, RJ, Barnes, Siakam, and Jakob. That's a solid. And again, I'm not saying they're gonna win a ring, but they're currently 12th. They're tied with the Hawks. I think you have to do something.
Yeah, maybe they could finally win 3 games in a row and get that dinner from Darko.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys stay tuned to us because we got some more things coming in the new year.
Yes, it's gonna be fun. Tonight game starts at 5 Eastern, I believe, the Heat game. Make sure you guys are with us. Playback.tv/5RSN. We're gonna be with you for the whole way, watching the game with you. Download the app. It's free, absolutely no cost. You have to hang out with us. It's really cool. It's really fun.
And so please stay tuned to 5 Reasons Sports and Happy New Year.